Ladies, ladies, I am here tonight on the show. And so today we are going to talk about something. Obviously, the NFL starting to, we're starting to get some NFL shows up in here. August 1st is the NFL preview shows. Those are coming soon. But we have got to talk here about the Raiders. And then I'm going to talk about the live stream. I'm going to continue to plan it. But we have to talk about the Raiders. Are the Raiders in trouble in this season? You look at the division. You got Kansas City with a young quarterback. Excuse me. You got Kansas City with a young quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be like a rookie. Although he's going to be a second-year guy, he's going to be a first-year starter. He's going to be like a rookie. And then they also they lost Marcus Peters. He went to Los Angeles. So they lost possibly their best player on the defensive side and their quarterback. So I don't think they're gonna. I'm gonna say somewhere from 7 to 9 wins for that team. All right, now let's go to who else? It's the let's go to Denver. Let's go to the Chargers first. Los Angeles Chargers. Phillip Rivers, defense should be a little bit better. That team always gets off to a slow start, so they always find a way to win 7 to 9 games as well. I think about 7 for them, 9-7 for them maybe. And then you also got Denver, who to me, Denver, I didn't like what they do with Case Keenum. I really didn't. I don't think he's going to have as much success as he did in Minnesota. I think what happened in Minnesota was that he had a fantastic defense to support him. I don't think he's going to do that amazing with Denver. I really don't. I apologize if you're a Case Keenum fan, but I don't think he's or a Denver fan. I don't think he's going to do that good for you guys. You guys should have drafted a quarterback. You guys drafted Chubb, the defensive lineman, to me the best defensive lineman in the draft. But he's going to be a nice combination with him and with Chubb and Miller. But I don't know. So then you got the Raiders. To me, I think they're the favorite to win the West this year, but a lot of people are saying that John Gruden and Khalil Mack, the defensive man, have not had any conversations since John Gruden signed in January. WTF? Are you telling me we are in July? It's been like 7 months, and neither John Gruden or Khalil Mack have talked to each other. Are you shitting me? Now, from what I'm hearing is Khalil Mack is not even going to training camp. I'm not too sure why. He might want some money, and that John. I was reading an article that John Gruden has tried to call Khalil Mack, and he's not answering the phone. But I don't think he's not answering the phone because he does not want to be coached by John Gruden. I think he's not answering the phone because he is mad at the situation with his contract or something. I'm not too sure what's going on, but that is an alarm situation. That the guy's ever since he got hired in January, and your best defensive lineman, your best defensive player has not talked to the coach at all. That is not a good news for the Raiders. It is really not. If Khalil Mack is not there, they will have some problems. And I expect Khalil Mack to be there. I really do. We always get these shits about these players not showing up. Last year it was Aaron Donald. He ended up showing up. A few years ago, it was Cam Chandler. Actually, he missed like the first 2-3 games of the season, and then he showed up. But we've never seen a player skip the whole season. So I do eventually think Khalil Mack will be at training camp, will play in this season. So I wouldn't get my ass too up in tidy whites. I think Khalil Mack will show up. I just think it's a little bit worried that it's one thing not to show up to training camp. It's another thing to not talk to your head coach at all. Like he got hired in January. It's July and you still have not had a talk. Like that's, at least, although we probably know the situation, at least explain to your coach, hey coach, I'm not happy with my contract and I do not plan to show up to training camp until my contract situation is fixed. Tell the coach, he understands. This is Julio Jones skipped was talking about skipping training camp. He ended up going, but Adam, what's his name? What is his name? Aaron Donald, defensive lineman from Los Angeles. He skipping training camp for the second straight year. You know, he last year he skipped training camp. I think he even missed the first game of the season, but then eventually he showed up. I do expect Khalil Mack at some point to show up to Raiders training camp. I really do. But we'll see what happens, ladies. We'll see what happens. But it's a little bit worrying to me that it's one thing to show up to training camp, to not talk to a coach at all. That's an alarming situation for me. But we'll see what happens. And then another thing I'm hearing is a lot of people are saying that are still wondering is Derek Carr a franchise quarterback? I was reading an article about they were saying that is this guy really a franchise quarterback? Because and every year I believe he's been playing this is gonna be his 5th season. He has thrown at least 10 interceptions, I think, and every year except one. The one from 2 years ago where they won like 11 games. That he broke his leg. You know, he teared his leg up on Christmas Day. You guys remember that video I made 2 years ago? I felt so sorry for Derek Carr. I wanted to cancel Christmas. I really did. I felt so sad for his family. You know, I made that video. Some of you thought it was funny. Like, I don't know why you guys will do that stuff to Derek Carr. Like, you guys were making fun. You're like, I love this video. I don't understand why. The man broke his leg on Christmas, and you guys were like, oh, this is so funny. Guys, I felt sympathy for the guy, okay? I'm a good man. I felt sympathy for Derek Carr. Like, he broke his leg on Christmas Day. Like, watermelons. Like, you probably cried too. Well, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Well, I don't know if you're a man or a girl. Yeah, you guys were saying, oh, this video's fantastic, this is so funny. Guys, the man broke his leg on Christmas Day. Imagine everybody sitting at the Christmas dinner, and Derek Carr's like, crying like a bitch in his room because he broke his leg, and you guys thought that was funny? Or he's in a hospital, like, how would you feel if you break your leg on Christmas Day? Like, and everybody's like, what do you celebrate? Like, the mom, the dad, the father, the sister, the brothers, they're probably getting ready for Christmas. They're probably all wearing their Pee Wee Herman costumes. And poor Derek Carr, like, I would have canceled Christmas. I really would. I would call it off. You know what? Derek Carr today in the football, I believe it was versus Tennessee. I called my father. He was in Argentina, and he didn't even care either. I'm like, this guy just broke his leg on Christmas Day, and nobody cared. Like, everybody was just. I felt so sorry for Derek Carr that he broke his leg. I cannot believe it. My dad didn't give a shit either. I apologize to Watermelon if he's watching the show. I'm sure he cried. I don't know. Anyways, yes, but is this guy a franchise quarterback or not? I think other than that 1 year where he broke his leg on Christmas Day, he has not had a year where he has not thrown at least 10 interceptions. I want to continue to believe in this man. Look, I'm going to tell you something about this. I've always said it. I said it. When you have a young quarterback, it does not seem to work to have a defensive-minded coach. He does not seem to help him, develop. You need to have an offensive-minded coach. Look at Jared Goff in Los Angeles. Struggled that first year with defensive-minded head coach Jeff Fisher. This season, like last year, they brought in offensive-minded coach Sean McVay. And look at Jared Goff. To me, he should have been the most improved player in last year's NFL. Derek Carr has not had an offensive-minded coach. He had Dennis Allen, and Jack Del Rio. Those are defensive-minded coaches. He's never had that offensive-minded coach that can help him develop. Now he finally has him in Jon Gruden. So I will slow my horses down if I'm here critiquing Derek Carr's performance these first 5 years. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he has not had a good offensive-minded coach. Neither Jack Del Rio or Dennis Allen are the way to go if you're trying to develop a young quarterback. WTF. So I really think people should stop their brakes, should hold their horses or cows, whatever, and give this man the respect he deserves. Not the respect, but just give him more chances now that he finally has an offensive-minded coach in Jon Gruden. I'm really excited to see where Derek Carr goes with Jon Gruden. I just cannot believe it that people are starting to say that the Raiders may not have a franchise quarterback. I'm like, well, did you see what happened last year with Jared Goff? the difference from the first year with defensive-minded Jeff Fisher to last year offensive-minded Sean McVay, it's a big change. Look at Trubisky last year struggled with defensive-minded coach John Fox. I called the whole season, I called the whole year to fire John Fox. They fired him. They fired offensive coach, I believe his name is Matt Nagy. That's how it works, ladies. If you are a quarterback, if you're a young quarterback in this league, you're better off having an offensive-minded coach. So to me, it is horseshit that people are already saying that Derek Carr may not be a franchise quarterback. It is horseshit. Because he has had Jack Del Rio, defensive-minded coach, Dennis Allen, defensive-minded coach. Now he finally has an offensive-minded coach and John Gruden. I'm excited to see where Derek Carr goes from here. And I am so... hold on. I am so excited to see if Derek Carr's going to... Now to me, he's really going to prove these next 2 years with John Gruden if he's a franchise quarterback or not. But yes, anyways, that's all I have to say. I think the Raiders, I'm still positive on the Raiders. I really am. I think the other teams, they have questions. Chargers always get out. Los Angeles Chargers always get off to a slow start. Kansas City has a young quarterback. I'm not feeling Denver. I'm really not. It might be my favorite from the Raiders. I'm still on the Raiders. But anyways, yes. Remember, the live stream. Comment in the comment section. The only person who has commented is Marty, and I will have I will talk to you, Marty. Okay, you're telling me you may not be able to show up, so I will talk to you, Marty, here very soon. I will send you a message, and you and I can have a conversation man to man about this situation. But anybody, I need to see Ronald, Chicken Legs, anybody. Come on, guys, you guys are folding like boulders already. I need to see that. I need to see participation. If not, it's gonna be a fail. It really will. It really will. So I need to see. I'm gonna have a conversation with Marty here very soon in the next few hours about the situation. And nobody else responded. Chicken Legs, usually one of the active. Ronald, I don't know. Ronald, I sent a message to Ronald because he told me I'm smelling the Lakers too much, and I told him, no, Ronald, I have not made a video on the Lakers since like June 10th. And he didn't even, I was talking about LeBron James' kid, not the Los Angeles Lakers, and he didn't comment. I don't know what Ronald, I think he's old, man. I don't know if sometimes he falls asleep or something. Anyways, I don't know what time his bedtime is. Anyways, until next time, I am the man that runs the place. I am as good as advertised. And until next time, I will see you later. But yeah, I need you to participate. Remember, Saturday, it's Saturday night, 8 Eastern. Remember, 8 Eastern, 7 in Chicago, and 5 in Los Angeles. And then if you're around those areas, if you're around the Los Angeles area, it's at 5. If you're around the New York area, it's at 8. If you're around the Chicago area, it's at 7. It's not that hard. I cannot go through every single state, all 50 states, and tell you the time zones. You need to figure that out. You guys are big boys, okay? You're a big boy now. Figure it out. I expect perfection out of my followers. See y'all. See ya.